All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Fit IT Guy. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Tesla bike rack for the Model Y and the Model X. So I have the bike rack here. In this video, you're going to see the unboxing, what comes inside the box for the bike rack, how to use it, and I'm going to show you how to load and unload your bicycle or bicycles from the bike rack itself. And we're also going to go over, is this bike rack worth the price that Tesla is charging, which is $540, which is probably the most expensive bike rack I've ever seen. So let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing. All right, guys, so we have our unboxing here of the Tesla tow hitch, quite neatly wrapped. We have all of our ties here. And so these are the ties that are going to be used for securing the bikes to the rack itself on the hitch. So we have 12 of these total. We have one strap here, and this strap is going to be used for securing the wheel to the frame of the bike so that the wheel doesn't spin. It looks like they only gave us one strap here, when obviously one bike has two wheels, so you'd want to secure both wheels so that they're both not spinning. Obviously, the more bikes you have, the more wheels you'd want to strap, but it looks like you could probably strap, depending how long this is, you could probably strap two front wheels of a bike together. We also have two keys here and two Allen keys, which will be used for the hitch. So we have a really big manual here for the Tesla Full Tilt 4 is what they're calling it. And we can see the brand that actually manufactures this is Yakima. Basically, Tesla partnered with Yakima to throw Tesla's logo onto this and charge a lot more. But what's also nice about this too is that you can attach a snowboard/ski carrier, which is one of the benefits of this bike rack that I really like, which is why I got it. And taking the bike rack out of here, it's actually quite heavy. It weighs in at 40 pounds, but it is long and awkward to hold. So you can see, looks super nice with the Tesla logo as well. So there we go, that's how it is. We do have a cable here to lock your bikes as well, which I'll be showing you later. So let's go ahead and take off our hitch receiver cover here. We just have two quarter turn little fasteners on the bottom of the car here. You can just use something like a trim tool. And once we get it into the slot, you just want to quarter turn it to the left. So now that it's twisted, we should just be able to move it like so. We can already see it's kind of loose here. And you just go underneath and you pull it down like that. And as I was saying, you have these two quarter turn pieces here. So once you do a quarter turn, it locks it. Obviously with the trim tool or a flathead screwdriver, you turn it and it unlocks it like so. And okay, so this portion of the bike rack here will fit a 1 1/4 inch hitch receiver or a 2-inch. And it has a tightening mechanism that I'll be showing you as well.
Hey everyone, pausing the video here to show you some of my favorite Jowa accessories. Here we have the folding lap desk, which is great for putting your laptop on it and working. And then when you're done, you just fold it right back up and it fits right in your frunk. Next up, we have the mobile charging station for the Apple Watch and the AirPods Pro. This is great if you're on the go. We also have the 3-port USB hub with the built-in 1 terabyte SSD. This is great for the dash cam. Increase your storage space so that you don't run out of space and lose some important clips. Next up, we have this awesome 130 watt USB hub. It has 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and it has a retractable USB-C cable as well. Finally, we have the wireless charging MagSafe phone mount. And this phone mount is awesome because you can rotate it any direction you want, and it sticks on the back of the screen with a suction cup, a very strong suction cup. And it's super convenient because it also hides away behind the screen whenever you're done. So be sure to check out these items on jowa-life.com and you can save 5% off with my discount code FIT.
Well, so the other cool thing we have here is normally when you're putting in any sort of product into your hitch, whether it's a bike rack or you're towing something like a motorcycle or a jet ski or a boat, you always have to use a pin. Now this pin is pretty annoying because there's a pin and there's a clip as well. With this, we just have a little detent here and we have a button to push it in and to lock it. And with this locked, plus with the tightening mechanism, there is zero wobble when using this bike rack with your Tesla. And this is one of the main reasons I went and bought this bike rack. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter it into the hitch receiver and show you how that works. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and insert the bike rack into the hitch receiver here. And we have to press the button for the pin. Okay, there we go. And now we can make sure it's locked with the pin detent here. Let's get you guys a little closer look there. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it here, and we can see it's gonna tighten up fully. It's starting to get really tight. And that hitch is not gonna go anywhere once this is tight. A little more. Yeah, even if I try to pull on that, that is not going anywhere. So that's a good sign. So we have our key here that was included with the kit. This key locks this piece here. So now this should freely spin. Remember, this was already tight. So now this will freely spin because it's disengaged from the bike rack here. Meaning, no matter how far you're driving, how long you're driving, how much vibration you have, this will not eventually loosen up and rattle out because it's completely disengaged from tightening or loosening. So that's what we want. And as we can see there, our pin is right where we want it to be so that the rack can't come out. All right, everyone. So as you can see here, our Tesla bike rack is on. And also to mention, I am not using the Tesla tow hitch. So I didn't spend the $1,000 when I ordered my car. And I definitely did not spend $1,300 to get the tow hitch put on from Tesla after the fact. I put this tow hitch on myself. This tow hitch with my discount code here, TFIG, is $220 on Tilliard.com. I installed this tow hitch in about 35 minutes myself. First time installing a tow hitch on a Model Y. It was very easy getting the bumper off. I installed it myself. I knew that this time around with my new Model Y Juniper that I'd really only be using a bicycle rack. I don't own a jet ski anymore like I used to, so I'm not towing jet skis. I may tow the motorcycle, we'll see. I'm gonna try to figure out the wiring so I can tow the motorcycle. But I really just needed a bike rack. So for $220, plus if you have referral credits, getting a free bike rack or paying the $540, or even just buying the one from Yakima, this is still half the price of paying for the OEM Tesla tow hitch if your car didn't come with it. So here's some features of the tow hitch. First things first, if you pull this handle here, you hear a little click, it unlocks, and you can lower this bike rack all the way down there. That gives you more than enough space to not only open the trunk, but also load stuff into the trunk without the bike rack getting in the way. So that's awesome. We also have this cable here. So this cable is what you use to lock your bikes into the bike rack. I'm gonna show you that now. So we're gonna bring this back up here. And to open up the bike rack arms, you just pull this handle up here, pull it up like so, and it is right in there. And this definitely has like a nice rubber or silicone coating. It feels kind of like a silicone, less like a rubber. It looks very premium. All of this looks super premium. And you're gonna notice on this side we don't have anything, but on this side we have a lock here. So what is this lock for? Well, when you wanna lock your bicycles, you pull this wire through the wheels or through the frame, whatever it is, and you can insert the cable right there. And now your bikes are locked to your bike rack, and your bike rack is locked to the car, because remember we tightened it and then we disengaged the lock for the hitch. So then we can take our key, like so, unlock, and there we go, our cable is out, and the cable retracts all the way back in. So next, we have some pretty cool things. So that you guys can see exactly how this works, we have some super cool things here. So we have a fully adjustable amount of clips here. You can adjust it however you want. So these are fully adjustable again. And if you want to lock it in place, there's a little clip you push down here, and now it's locked in place, it's not going anywhere. So, and not only do we have clips that are angled up where you insert the straps like this for a normal bike, we have these clips here that I'm going to show you once I put the bikes into the bike rack. But these clips are sideways. Like so, you just push them in and your bike is locked. When you want to take your bike out, you just push these two buttons there. There we go. Same with these. You push the two buttons, boom. Simple as that. Everything is just so seamless. I watched a couple reviews of this before I decided to order it from the Tesla shop, and I think I did a pretty good job with this. So just another demonstration. You put the clips in, boom. And these you can also angle them down depending on where the frame of your bike is. So if you have a more angular frame, you can put this clip on, or you can move it like this, like so, like that. The other thing I noticed as well is that if you have a top one here, then you have one with the bottom on the left side. If you have a top one on the left side, then you have one with the bottom on the right side. Same thing, we have a top one on the right side and we have one with the bottom on the left side, so on and so forth. So each of these, for one bike, you have a top mounting point and you have the top and the side slash bottom mounting point, depending on what kind of bike you are storing on the rack. So this pretty much has every option that I could think of for any type of road bike that there is on the road. If you're just using a normal road bike, a race bike, this has pretty much every option. Now we're gonna head back to my apartment and we're gonna go ahead and put the bikes on the bike rack here, show you how that works. I have a normal carbon fiber road bike. Also, another thing I wanna mention is, as you can see here, I have the bike rack on, I'm in reverse. I'm reversing and the car is not giving me any alerts at all. I've had many comments on my video installing the Tilliard tow hitch of people saying you need the trailer mode. You absolutely do not need the trailer mode. I've had it many times. I've driven this car many times while having something attached to the hitch without having the trailer mode on. And you can see here, I'm in drive. Now I'm gonna put the car in reverse. No issues at all. It does show stop there, but the car itself, no issues, no beeping, no alerts. You can just drive it, reverse it, whatever you need to do. And there you go. Like I said, you do not need the trailer mode if you install the tow hitch yourself and save yourself that money. All right, guys, so I have my bicycle here and I'm gonna show you how to lift up the bike rack. So you're gonna pull this gray handle and that's gonna lift up the railing. I already have the mounting points set for the bike here. So what I'm gonna do is take the bike and I'm just gonna insert it over the frame like this. And one other thing I didn't mention before was that you can actually push these mounting points to the outside of the frame too. So these are fully adjustable. So I'm actually gonna mount the bike here with the clips, here and here. So I'm gonna bring it forward like this. I'm gonna grab our clips here and I'm gonna insert from the top first. And this is super simple. You just push it down like that, lock it in. And within seconds, your bike is strapped onto the bike rack here, just like that. You can push it down some more and we can see it's not going anywhere. And now we can use the included cable here. All right, so we pulled our retractable cable out. And one thing I noticed is it's actually pretty short. So here's the length of it, just without even like locking the bike. It like just reaches. So I'm not sure exactly how they want us to lock multiple bikes. The only thing I could think of so far that works is to put the cable underneath between the frame and the cables of the bike here. However, if somebody really wanted your bike, they would just snap these cables off. But we can get the lock in like this, push it in, and now your bike is at least somewhat protected here. If I try to put the cable through the wheel or through the sprocket here, it just doesn't reach. So that's a little bit of a fail, if I have to be quite honest. And there we go, our bike is fully locked in, as you can see. And if you need to access the trunk at all, you can just pull on this section here, drop this down. You probably want to have somebody hold the bike, but it does go down like this. We can access our trunk. Obviously, if you have bikes on the back end of the rack, that's gonna affect it a little bit. But if you have just a bike on the front here, you can open up the trunk if you still need to access it. And we push this back up and it locks in place. If you look over here, we have this strap. This is the strap that I showed before in the video. So we have this strap. This basically just stops the wheel from spinning. I thought it would help hold the handlebars from turning so that the wheel doesn't hit the car. But actually I drove with this just fine. The wheel doesn't hit the car at all. But obviously that depends on the bike that you have. And you can always move the bike further away if that's the case. And like I mentioned before, these are locking, so they slide. If you need to space the bikes differently and when you're ready to lock them, you can lock it like that. Same thing with this one, it has a lock here. This one's now locked in place. And if you want to move it, you can move it, lock it in place. So there's so many cool features with this. Like I said, These mounts also come on the outside, or they come over here, just like that. And if you need to unlock the bike, get it off the rack, you just turn this, pull the cable out, and this retracts all the way back into the bike rack itself. A little annoying that it doesn't reach, so you have to do this. So we're gonna retract it back into the bike rack here, like so. And now we can pull our bike off, just like this. You push these clips in. And there we go, within seconds, you have your bike off the rack and you're ready to ride. So that is the Tesla bike rack. Again, Yakima makes this. It's just Tesla branded. You could probably just get the Yakima version for half the price or whatever it is. I'll post it up here. But that's it, basically. It looks pretty sleek again. I love the way it looks. Looks super nice on the car here. And it's definitely the best bike rack I've ever used. Very simple to use, very easy to get in and out. And I love that it has the anti-rattle feature with the tightener over here and the fact that that locks, so this is not rattling at all. So thanks again for watching, guys. Fit IT Guy. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next video.